This is just an extra little video. We went on a bit of a trip recently to the other side of the country, right from the east coast through to the west coast. So we went to Aberystwyth, or that area. Now that used to be in a, for want of a better word, county called Hafod, but of course they've changed it, haven't they? Yeah, they can't leave things alone. So it's Ceradigeon now, and it's in Ceradigeon Bay, and so it's just a bit like the same as in Yorkshire. There used to be the North Riding, the East Riding and the West Riding, and you know, that had some historical significance, the fact that the parts of the county were called ridings. But then some short-term political deviousness chopped it all up, and what was the West Riding became South Yorkshire. I mean, how boring can you get? So anyway, that was that one. So this little bit of a film is just bits and pieces. We were over there and we stopped at and had a wander around this place where there's lots of forestry, and it was the site and the gardens of a big old house which is much destroyed now, but there's lots of interesting stuff. So we've just done various clips of this and that and the pathways and what have you. And just as a point here, in Welsh, single F is a V, so that's Havod. If you've got double F, then it's an F. So there's a nice little rule of thumb. So any of you who have read any Steinbeck books, Sweet Thursday, they, in amongst the story in Sweet Thursday, there's these little, as shop dog Simon would say, there's these little side tracks, and Steinbeck refers to it as hoop-de-doodle, and it's just a chapter that's got no relevance to what else has come before or after, but it's just a little bit of interest. So that's what this is about, really. And just speaking about having gone from the east coast to the west coast, there was a little comment a while ago. We were looking for another woodland visit site, and they were talking about down near Terrington St James, which is near King's Lynn, and one of the clever sparks said, "That's all right for you, Andy, you could travel down there without passing over a contour," meaning it's dead flat and there are no contour lines. So before we start, what else have we got that's interesting here? We have one of our party who is giving some social comment. Let's leave it at that, and you'll find that sort of either entertaining or something like that. And we've also got some bits of forestry, and then later on, once we've left Havod, we have some bits and pieces at the back there. We've got the train, which is the Devil's Bridge to Aberystwyth steam train, which is quite interesting. Let's just see if we can there it goes. There are plenty of red kites in this area, and we're just there, right place, right time, and the red kites were coming over us, but it's really difficult to zoom in with a little handheld camera and keep up with them, and for the autofocus to work and everything like that. But I thought I'd leave that bit in there just sort of for interest. You know, it's not brilliant footage, okay? So, you know, if you're a wildlife camera expert, you know, I know. And then at the end there's this big oak tree where a huge limb has broken off. Where are we? There's a huge limb broken off, but it's still growing, and it stretches right out here and keep going, and is growing up. So I thought that was sort of interesting. And then you got these big limbs here that go right over this beck and out the other side and get tangled up with the hedge. So interesting. And of course there's lots of little bits of chatter and asides and general derision going on. So hopefully you'll enjoy this. We got some grand fir here, reasonably large, and there's some red oak.
Have been allowed to sort of be globalised and shipped off out. They're feather bedded, aren't they? You think they're doing, you know, undertaking some noble activity, you know, for some sort of sons of Mother Earth, you know, rendering a service to humanity.
But there's a root plate there.
If you want some technical guidance on it.
Of that grand fir, and look, it's only about 6 inches thick, growing straight on rock.
That's right. How does it manage to do that?
Habit.
Must be very unstable.
It's about as unstable as a politician's promise.
Yeah.
I'll just see if I can get this Douglas fir in, but the sun's sort of in the way. I'll probably get it from the other side. We've got this lovely little beck here. You're going to have to excuse the wobbly camera. I'm not about to wander all the way through these woods with a tripod. Anyway, let's see if we can get this Douglas fir. There it is. And it goes on. And on. And on. And on. To there.
Right, we've just returned to the path. I think it's that way. Right. Yep, it would. Yes.
There's a blue arrow going down that
Oh,
way,
no.
but this must already
This
be.
is the way we would have come, so we
Right.
need to go on that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're proceeding straight ahead.
Yes. Proceed in a straight line. Single file, please. No pushing. Yeah.
We're in some western hemlock. Deep dark woods.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Expert who will be making movies. That's a movie.
About other people getting social security benefits, and that they're getting, they're state subsidised capitalists. the workers are getting subsidised by the state who work for them, and they don't even pay their taxes properly because the head office is located in Luxembourg.
Which company are you talking about there?
Amazon.
Oh, those.
All of them.
Yeah.
Google, Starbucks, Boots, Barclays, HSBC, fined for money laundered in Mexico. All of them.
Whoa, that looks like saw log. And that looks like bars.
Well, it says here chip.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, so it does, chip. We got some red oak here. Whether or not we can get in that crown and see it, I don't know. Some red oak. There's obviously had a little thinning or something, or some damage, or something like that. Just a bit further down there, down that path, there was some red oak coppice of a couple of years old, growing quite healthily. But this is just a mixture of red oak and larch and bits and pieces, unthinned, quite a bit of standing dead, quite a lot of bendy stuff. Obviously it's quite a slope and they've not got round to thinning it, but it's a nice path. Obviously they've cut an extraction rack through here, probably for skylining, and it goes all the way down to that bottom road. But they've not done anything else, and this looks like it's been done for a number of years. And we continue, but just look at this. That would be quite entertaining if you investigated it at speed. I think the word plummet comes to mind.
I think we probably will do what you're saying, go down that little slip road, back to the left. We can, yeah. Because we still quite a way. Oh, there's the parking there. We can go and go up Red and along to the parking. I think that's. Oh, no, did we park further down? Where did we park? Yeah.
We used to be able to cross the river.
Oh no, we did park there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where the car is. That's where we parked.
No, we parked here.
Oh, did we?
Oh no, yeah. No, we parked there, that's right.
Oh.
So we can drive that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So it's not. We're not too far.
No.
Oh, this is a Lord of the Rings type tunnel. Is it the Road of the Death or whatever it is? A Road of the Dead or something? Can't remember. Oh, it's rather disappointingly short. And more western hemlock, quite thick, unthinned. There's a lot of really thin ones. And down the path.
A dyma ni yn Hafod. Agos I ysbyty Aberystwyth, Ceradigeon. A gobeithio bod pawb wedi mwynhau. A gobeithio fod chi dod eto. welcome to Havod, and hoping that you have had a lovely time. I hope that we'll see you again soon.
See this tree here? See that? So that's been down a long time. And it's still growing. God. See, and that's just healed over and that's just continuing on.
We just pretend to be little woodland nymphs.
Yeah.
Woodland nymphs.